Hi, Sami. Hi, everybody.
Hi Donna, hi everyone.
It's very nice to be here with you today. We are going to wait just a few more minutes for everybody to join. One more minute, and then we are going to begin. Great. I think we can begin. Thank you so much for being here with us today. We are very excited to share this webinar with you guys and share our knowledge and our insight regarding IE and what it's all this hype around IE about, what's beyond the obvious when using IE and a lot of other useful information. I am Dana Mango. I am head of strategy at Codezilla, and here with me is Sami, my colleague. Sami?
Hi everyone. I'm happy you were able to join. My name is Sami. I'm a software developer at Codezilla, specialized in the Node.js backend technologies. Personally, in 2024, among the many projects I've worked on, almost all of them integrated with artificial intelligence in one form or another.
Great. So let's begin. I shared my screen with you with a presentation. This is the agenda for today. We are going to talk about the impact in marketing and in business in general, the obvious impact. We are going to go through some AI tools and the categories in which we can identify AI tools so we can better understand how to use them and how can we do with them. Then we are going to go beyond the obvious and see how we can benefit from the AI hype. I'm going to give you some real life AI powered campaign examples that are very, very nice and insightful. We will learn how to include AI in your brand's digital universe and what can we do, what can to do, what limitation, technical limitation we have. We are going to touch base with the ethical issues and then jump to conclusions. And in the end, we are going to have a Q&A session. So if you have any question regarding the information that it's in this presentation or any other information regarding AI, now is the moment, then is the moment to ask your question. You can use the question tab in this the question tab in the app side of your screen. So just a few presentation about who is Codezilla. I'm not going to bother you with the brand information, but it's important for you to understand who we are and how do we how do we have this kind of insight for you. Some of you already know us because you are part of our clients. Some of you don't. Codezilla is the digital partner that offers you more. We have 3 offices, the headquarters in Bucharest, Romania, one other office in Romania in Iași, and one office in Chicago, USA. We are a digital agency and software development agency, and our approach is an integrated approach between extensive internal teams for both areas of digital, software development and digital marketing. This way, we are able to offer to develop project with the newest technologies and with the latest trends in technology for our clients, and we are very oriented towards strategic approach and results. Okay, let's begin. AI impact in marketing in general. We are going to make a little exercise now and imagine how things were done in 1988 before World Wide Web and Google entered our lives. Um, I think it's a very hard exercise. It's very difficult for us to put ourselves in that time and realize how people were working, how their daily tasks were covered without the help of internet, because we are using internet, we are using www, we are using Google every day in almost every aspect of our day-to-day tasks. So it's very hard to imagine how things were done in that moment. I personally believe that the AI revolution that we have front row seats to, it's comparable to the rise of the internet. So the internet has fundamentally changed the way we communicate, the way we access information, and the way we conduct our lives, so much that now we can't even imagine life without. Well, in the same way, AI has the potential to revolutionize nearly every aspect of human society, and the way we work, the way we do things, the way we generate data, and so on. And I strongly believe that in the future, it's going to be such an important thing that we are not going to be able to live without it and work without it. So there are some obvious ways that we use IE, and there is some obvious impact that IE has brought in marketing and business operations in general. And I'm sure that we benefit from it every day. I mean, everybody in this meeting works with IE and benefits from the impact, what IE has brought into our lives. We splitted this kind of impact in two ways. First of all, AE has the potential to boost efficiency in business and marketing processes. And this is how businesses use and business operations use AI and AI tools to to optimize their work. We can generate insights with AI. We can analyze large data streams with AI and generate more relevant insights than we could ever do manually. Of course, manual analysis is still possible and it's still important. But the fact that now we have tools that provide this kind of data for us and this kind of analysis, and we can generate data-driven ideas in a faster way and more optimized way, this is huge. So sorry about that. I just wanted to go into how this is done using machine learning, deep learning, LLM processes, but we are not going to go over that right now. Sami is going to help us with this kind of technical information. We can also do optimization, because if we have the insights, then we can optimize in real time based on insights. And this is huge because optimization is the basis of every success task that we do. If we can get it right from the first, we need to optimize, we need to do it better. And AI allows us to do this in a very simple and easy way. We can automate nearly every task that is repetitive or that it's easy to do. For example, right now we can use chatbots, AI chatbots, to provide us information about our customers in the first round of chat with them. And this is a very big thing for companies, because it allows them to optimize their work with their clients, and using virtual assistants to ease that communication. We can also do marketing automation, like send emails based on sequences that consider users' position in the user journey and their actions and so on. So these are basically the most obvious ways that IE optimizes businesses, and there are a lot of tools, and we are going to go over the tools later in this webinar that helps us to do this. Then there is the way we can optimize our performance and our daily tasks as humans. We all use IE, and I think that we all use IE, and I think that we should all use IE to optimize our workload. This is not about this is not about not working ourselves and let IE do our jobs. This is not about that. This is about optimizing and becoming more productive and make our task easier. So we can conduct research. There are tools like ChatGPT or Gemini that allows us to quickly extract information without endless searches on the internet. As I said before, we can live without Google. Maybe we can live without Google right now because AI will help us browse the internet and get our information for us. Whether we need specific information or we want to understand the customer needs for a particular user profile, or in general to understand the user profiles for our business, or we need to find a particular topic that it's important right now for our customers. AI helps us do all that. We also can use IE to inspire ourselves. If we are stuck on a task, using IE generates results that can allows us to overcome that block. And similarly, have like we use brainstorming with some colleagues to move forward some block and generate ideas. I.e., if you are single, if you don't have anybody to brainstorm with, AI is the ideal partner. We can proofread our work, avoid mistakes, double check, and make sure that everything that we generate is correct. We can even generate images, videos, and voice with AI. And of course, if you are in the code writing area, you can actually write code using AI and then just improve these codes with your developer skills. We are going to talk a little bit about what AI tools we can use and how are they split. And I'm going to let Sami, because this is a very technical information.
So thank you, Dana. Yes. So AI tools. Mostly they are categorized in the two big areas. We have base AI modules, and we have integrated modules that integrated platforms that integrate these base modules into a more complex application. So yeah, base AI models are individual instruments, tools that utilize specific AI algorithms to perform specific tasks. They usually respond to a specific domain of expertise, but can also perform multiple tasks within that domain. They are created to work by themselves or as integrated part of another platform. There are a lot of fields that AI modules can be trained in, such as text generation, image generation, video generation, and so on. We will talk about this on how this training is done at a simplified level in one of the next slides. And now about the integrated platforms. Then if you could switch to the next slide, please. Dana? Okay, thank you. I'm seeing it now. So, okay, so the next category would be the AI integrated platform, the one which integrates these base AI modules. Oh, by the way, I didn't give examples. What's a base AI module? A base AI module could be, for example, ChatGPT or Stable Diffusion, which generates images. For example, also Llama 3.1, the latest LLM from Meta. And all of these could be combined into one single app to serve a specific purpose, but that has needs in various areas of AI. So yeah, platforms that integrate multiple AI modules to respond to more complex needs that require multiple AI capabilities. So yeah, there's the virtual assistant application that might use a natural language processing module for understanding and generating text, speech recognition module for converting spoken words into text, and the text-to-speech module. And also an e-commerce platform might use a recommendation engine to suggest product, a chatbot for customer service, and so on. And now, basically, these are the biggest companies that develop AI. There are many smaller ones but these are the more relevant ones. There are also companies that continue to improve the models that these companies provide, and to either fine tune them for additional performance, or maybe fine tune them for a specific purpose. And mostly, we have basically two categories of models that these companies provide. We have LLMs, large language models, and the ones that generate text basically. And we have generative models that generate images. And as for AI companies, I would dare to say that OpenAI is the most advanced one in the industry for now. But the other companies recently started to catch up and even surpass OpenAI developed models in some benchmarks. For example, we have Llama 3.1 just released a few days ago, which surpasses GPT-4o in some benchmarks, and it's totally open source. Totally with a star, you can use it. I think up to, if you have up to 700 million active users, you can use it for free. But after that, you have to talk to Meta to get a license. But most companies don't exceed that 700 million users. Some of the models that OpenAI developed, we have the well-known GPT series, this ChatGPT, which is a collection of LLMs. The most recent one and most advanced one, GPT-4o, can recognize, besides text, audio and image inputs. We have Whisper, which is a speech recognition model. We have text-to-speech model. We also have DALL-E, which is the generative model for images that OpenAI provides, which is actually a game of words between Wall-E and Salvador Dali. Yeah. And so what is a large language model? Well, basically, it's like a super smart robot that can chat with you. So LLM stands for large language model, which means that it has read and learned from a huge amount of text, like books and websites, but not only. This helps it understand and respond to questions and have conversations, as I'm sure you have tried to. So how does it work? And how was it trained? Imagine you're reading a lot of bedtime stories, and after reading many, you start to notice that certain words often go together. For example, the sentence, the cat sat on the, you might guess, mat, because you've seen that in stories before. GPT-4, for example, does something similar. It reads a lot of texts and learns to guess the next words in a sentence based on what it has seen before. So when you give it a sentence, it tries to complete it in a way that makes sense, just like you try to finish the sentence in your favorite story. So that's why we call it artificial intelligence and not, let's say, real intelligence, or the next level would be artificial general intelligence, because it's not quite like a human level intelligence. It has been trained to, it's artificial. And then for example, we talked about LLMs. Now we have the general models, the generative models, which are, for example, Midjourney, DALL-E, and Stable Diffusion. So the generative models can create new content based on learned patterns from data. These models are trained on vast datasets of images and associated descriptions. So learning how to translate words into visual elements. In a way, they're similar in concept to LLMs in terms of using AI to generate content, but they're specialized for images rather than text. So this would be, so as what we should keep in mind here, that is that there are companies that create base AI modules, like OpenAI, Meta, and so on. There are companies that integrate base AI modules. There are a lot of them. Most startups do this in a way, and not only startups, actually even big companies. As you will see next in the presentation, we will have some big companies that did this. And there are companies that develop their own AI modules to create their own integrated platforms. For example, we have Meta that developed Llama 3 to include it in their Meta AI software. We at Codezilla are in the middle. We are a company that integrates base AI modules to fulfill almost any need, any realistic need you would think about in this field.
Okay, so we are going to get now to the more interesting part. What's beyond the obvious when we are talking about using AI? So Sami told us that using AI in your creating a platform that uses AI doesn't necessarily mean that you need to actually create the AI tool, but you can integrate AI modules to create your own platform. So the way those software development companies create this kind of software, integrate AI modules, and create software that respond to specific needs, to complex needs, like for example Salesforce that created its own AI module, but not necessarily you can use any other module. The same way every brand can create their own platform using AI. So you can respond to every particular need, every specific need, or any specific optimization need that your brand has by developing your own platform that uses an AI, a base AI module to respond to that need. Of course, with the technical limitations. But we are not talking here only about optimization needs. Just a hint, probably there are a lot of companies that maybe any need is responded with a already developed application. So this is not what's beyond the obvious. Beyond the obvious is that we can actually create custom-made platforms that use AI to create extra value for the customer and to enhance the relationship between brands and their audience. How does it work? AI, your platform is created not for your brand to optimize your work or optimize your processes, but to interact with the customer directly. And the customer is interacting with your brand using this AI developed platform. Let me explain how it works. So personalization has always been a very, very good hook when we are talking about marketing campaigns. There are a lot of successful examples here. You can see Coca-Cola bottle name personalization campaign. I think we all remember that at some point Coca-Cola had bottles with name written on it, so everybody wanted to get a bottle with their name. It wasn't actually a direct personalization because the names were generic and you just pick the bottle with your name. But it was a huge success because you saw your name there on the bottle. What AI does is offer us the possibility to take this personalization to the next level and not only create generic personalization and let the customer pick from the options available, but actually create real-time personalization and input-based personalization, not only on known facts like demographics about our clients, but also based on thoughts, opinions, and personal ideas that customers share with us. Very cool, right? So imagine that you want to create a campaign that allows your customers to generate images with an animal that it's similar to them. So you create this platform, you integrate an image generator like Midjourney, for example, and ask the customer only 3 questions. Give me some information about you, how you are in the real world, what are your main characteristics, and so on. Tell me what's your favorite environment, and tell me your name. Only these three characteristics. You create a generic prompt for your AI integrated module, insert this input in that prompt, and generate images with an animal that is according to their description of themselves in their favorite environment with a name tag with a name on it. This is a test that we did. I used Sami's name. It generated a lion in an office with his name on the laptop. You can find here the prompt that we used. Of course, we don't have this application developed. It was a specific prompt that we gave to Midjourney, but this is just an example. You can actually create any type of campaign you want to create this type of personalized content based on your clients, on your customers or potential customers' input. Great. Now I'm going, this lion campaign was only an example for you to understand how far we can go. Now I want to give you some real life AI powered campaign examples so you can see how this is done in the real world. So this is a very new trend, creating personalized campaigns using AI. It's pretty new, but there are some brands that were very early adopters of this trend. And Coca-Cola said, cool, that's the future. I'm going to use it in almost every campaign that I do. And they had a lot of campaigns using AI and a lot of tools using AI in the last year. And I'm going to give you 3 examples. First of one is an AI powered chatbot that was promoted on Instagram. So basically, you enter this chatbot, you give him some information about what you want to eat and how do you want to be the place and so on, and he's going to give you personalized restaurant proposals within your area where you can go, and you can go even further and make reservation because this AI chatbot is integrated with OpenTable reservation tool, and you can also send invitations to other persons that you want to go to lunch with, for example. So the results for that campaign is that they engaged their clients, they made their clients happy because they gave their clients some real input and very real valuable information. And of course, lead generation because they ask for your email to give you the invitation and the reservation details. Another campaign was Create Real Magic Platform, which was actually a contest, a user-generated content contest. The prize here was a billboard in New York and a billboard in London Piccadilly Square Circus. Sorry, uh, they used Coca-Cola templates and Coca-Cola information and images and visuals, and allowed you as a user to create your own artwork and join the contest with your artwork. So the results here was lots and lots of user generated content that were all over the internet and were created with the Coca-Cola brand in mind. And of course, Coca-Cola here wanted to refine, to get the chance to refine their AI experience because they were preparing another campaign that was a bit bigger. And it's the next campaign that I'm talking to you about, Real Magic Platform. Well, Real Magic Platform allowed user to generate Christmas cards that are personalized and Coca-Cola inspired. Of course, the results here were also engaged, but not only engaged, but personally engaged because you are creating cards, Christmas cards for your loved ones, and word of mouth because you send those cards and those cards are Coca-Cola inspired, and you send them to everyone that you want to send a Christmas card to. Those are only some examples. You can find other examples of how Coca-Cola integrates AI in their marketing campaigns. There are some campaigns that are already are online right now. You can join them. It's a brand that really embraced the AI hype, and their campaigns are great. Okay, so now we are going to talk a little bit more technical about how to include AI in your digital universe. You think that Coca-Cola is big, okay, and they have a lot of their digital universe. It's huge, but this is not necessarily the case. You can integrate your campaigns even if you are a small company or a small brand. First of all, you need to define the scope of your AI-powered marketing campaign, because every type of scope has its own channels that are more appropriate to use. For example, you need to see if you want what objective do you have with that campaign. If you want awareness, or if you want to generate engagement, or even loyalty, or lead generation and acquisition. Every type of objective has its own type of campaigns that can be created based on AI. Then you need to know your target. If you're talking for existing customers, for example, if you want to create to generate loyalty amongst your existing customers, and you have let's say a mobile app, this is the perfect way you can develop that AI based campaign, because your customers are already there. Or maybe you want to achieve new customers, or return your churn customers. Every type of customer, every type of target, it's in a different place, and you can target it based on their position in the journey with different tools. You need to set up the timeline. It's important if you want to have the campaign on long term. For example, you want to develop a gamification that it's available for your customer long term, or if you want to create only a time-based campaign, for example, a Christmas campaign. And of course, you need to know your budget, because based on your budget, there are different ways that you can integrate AI. And the complexity of the campaign is going to be different. So if you understand the scope of your campaign, if you understand what do you want to achieve, then it's very easy to see how you can fit that campaign in your digital universe. And you can use your website. You can use your mobile app if you have one. You can create a specific landing page, especially for that campaign. And this is mostly appropriate for time-based campaigns, like the one that Coca-Cola has. Coca-Cola actually developed the platform like it's not a landing page. It's a specific platform that is going to integrate all AI-based campaigns in the future in the same Real Magic platform. And this is a cool way. If you're planning to do a lot of AI campaigns, this is a cool way that you can integrate them. You can use your social media accounts, or you can even have face-to-face or more direct encounters at events, or using direct mailing or direct contact to your customers, and so on. You can use any type of tool, any type of channel that allows you to achieve your objectives and push the campaign to the right target. Okay, again, technical information. What can we do and what can't we do, Sam?
Very good question, Dana. So what can AI do? Firstly, it can do data analysis and insights. It excels at processing large volumes of data quickly, identifying patterns, and providing actionable insights, which can enhance decision-making process. So what does that mean by example? Let's look, for example, at AI systems like IBM Watson that can analyze medical data to assist doctors in diagnosing diseases faster than traditional methods. So we have the speed and almost perfect accuracy of the AI, but then there's also the final approval of the doctor that must review what the AI do. So let's say that maybe 90% of the work that a doctor would have been doing was already done by AI and also explained. The AI can also explain why something is in a way or another, and then the doctor can only analyze that in the end and maybe accept or deny the results. You can automate routine tasks, those boring tasks that no one likes to no one likes to do. Repetitive and time-consuming tasks such as data entry, scheduling, and even responding to customer inquiries. Um, for example, you have AI-driven software that can streamline the processing of insurance claims by automatically extracting data from submissions. This reduces, first of all, the time to process these, because sometimes they might be written on paper. And also, we kind of eliminate the human error here from transcribing. But of course, we need human validation at the end. But again, it greatly reduces the amount of human work needed. Uh, we can enhance customer experiences through personalized recommendations and enhance customer service via chatbots, of course, if done right, because sometimes there are companies that replace their whole customer support department with chatbots and end up annoying people. So, I mean, there's a fine line there between helping and disrupting. For example, online retailers can use AI to offer personalized shopping experiences, suggesting products based on the browsing history of the user and his purchase patterns, much like Amazon's recommendation system, but maybe even more advanced at a really, really custom level. Then we have predictive analysis. AI can forecast trends and behaviors such as consumer buying patterns or inventory needs. For example, AI tools can, in retail, also in retail, can predict seasonal demands, helping stores optimize their inventory levels and avoid either overstocking or stockouts. This could be really helpful in periods such as the Christmas or Easter, when specific products are needed more than others. Content generation, of course, this one I think it's the most frequently used and maybe the most basic of what AI could do. So AI can generate written content, images, even videos. The video part is still kind of in the early stages. We don't really have, let's say, reliable video for now, but slowly progress will be made, and we can finally have something useful in the video era. Useful marketing materials and so on. So tools like OpenAI GPT-4 can generate blog posts, create marketing copyright materials, or even code. Um, yeah. And now, what AI cannot do, it cannot emulate human empathy, fortunately, because we still can. What makes us humans in comparison to AI? Well, we can say human empathy, genuine human empathy. So while AI can mimic conversational aspects, it lacks the genuine emotional understanding and empathy that human interactions provide. So if you think that an AI is funny or caring or something, it's actually artificial. It's false, and it has been trained to do this. So AI-driven chatbots can manage customer service inquiries, let's say, but may fail in situations that require deep emotional intelligence, such as counseling or handling sensitive complaints where customers are probably very angry or something very bad happened. It cannot make ethical decisions on its own. Of course, you can give it an algorithm and make it do it. So AI operates within the confines of its programming and cannot make ethical decisions or understand moral nuances like humans. Let's, for example, take autonomous vehicles, such as Tesla's self-driving module. It must have a human designed algorithm to make split second decision in accidents. These systems cannot inherently understand moral implications without human input. So let's say you have your brand new Tesla driving in the mountains with the autopilot on, and suddenly there's a person appearing in front of you. I don't know how, and the road is really narrow, and on the left there's the cliff, and on the right there's the mountain with maybe another cliff. What should the AI do? So right now, the Tesla is programmed to prioritize the life of the driver and the people in the car. But is that ethical? Is it not? I mean, there could be a big debate here. Uh, it cannot understand context fully, so AI often struggles with understanding nuanced human context that require cultural, emotional, or situational awareness. So, for example, we have translation apps that sometimes struggle with linguistic nuances and cultural references. that require a deep understanding of local customs and slang, which sometimes can lead to misinterpretations and maybe war between countries. Just kidding, not necessarily. Also, we have operate independently of human oversight. AI needs human guidance to keep it in check, make sense of its output, and steer it to the right in the right directions to make sure it plays by the rules. You can leave it to its own to make its own decisions according to an algorithm, but most likely something will go bad. So human oversight is still needed until artificial general intelligence will be attained. We don't know if that's ever going to happen. We'll see. So, for example, AI in healthcare, such as diagnostics algorithms, must be supervised by medical professionals to ensure accurate interpretations and appropriate clinical use. So this relates to the example earlier with the doctor that uses AI and then validates the results. So that would be what AI can do.
Great. Let's talk a little bit about the ethical issues when using AI. There is a very great line between what's ethical and what's not ethical when using AI, and we are learning this as we go along. So it's impossible for me to say what's ethical and what's not ethical, and if it's ethical to use AI to create content with an AI and promote it as yourself. But there are some rules that we can take into account when we create marketing campaigns powered by AI. And even if we use AI on a daily basis, those are still relevant in order to make sure that we set the AI tool to be as ethical as possible. So first of all, it's mandatory for you to be transparent. If you create an AI marketing campaign that it's using AI to allow users to generate content, don't assume that the users understand that they are talking with an artificial intelligence tool. No, you need to make it clear that your campaign is AI based in that your customers are not engaging with a real life person, but they are engaging with an artificial intelligence tool. Also, you need to try to eliminate all bias and discrimination because it's possible for bias to manifest in the AI algorithm. And you need to create that generic prompt that I told you about in a way that you try to eliminate all possible bias and all possible discrimination based on what your campaign is actually generating and what your campaign is actually doing, what the customers are going to generate. This might be impossible to exclude all of them, but you can try to exclude most of them, and also be aware about the responsibility of what AI generates, because again, there is the possibility for the AI to generate errors, or for the customers to use your campaign to generate something that is not appropriate, or use, for example, an image of somebody that it's a public person. This is not okay, and you need to explain who is responsible for what AI generates, what are the scenarios that are wrong and should be avoided, and what are the steps for the user to make if he or she identifies any kind of mistakes, any scenario that it's considered inadequate. For example, do not use the image further, erase it, send us an email to erase all the images and make sure that we cover these possible mistake in the future of our campaign, and so on. Also, you need to set limits. You need to find a way to control what the user is doing with the generated content that was created with your campaign. Of course, any user can go to the AI tool and generate any kind of image he or she wants. But if they generate it with your campaign, with your tool, then you are somehow responsible. So you need to try to set those limits very straight. You need to try to identify if there are ways that the user didn't respect the terms and conditions, or make sure that for example, you can generate the images not for download purposes, but only for sharing the digital space purposes. and so on. If you share it, you share it with some terms and conditions, and so on. And as I said, we are all new in this, and we are learning as we go. And the legislation is constantly changing, and it's different based on where you are located. So you need to always stay up to date with the legislation regarding AI for both local and international laws. Great. So the conclusion, because we are a little bit ahead of time and we need to have time for the Q&A session. The why is it now the best time to use AI in our marketing efforts? Uh, because it's new, because it's huge. There is a huge hype around AI. All the benefits and optimization that AI has to offer to the world, they will probably stay with us forever, and they will change the way we work as much as Google changed the way we worked 30 years ago. But as time passes, we will get more accustomed with the AI, and we will get more accustomed with what AI has to offer. So it's going to become part of our lives, and more brands are going to integrate AI in their contact with the customers. So it's going to become just another channel. It's going to be a good channel for sure, but it's going to become just another channel with another channel that customers are used to. Take, for example, targeted campaigns. A few years ago, when they appeared and they were new, it was a huge thing to use targeted campaigns, and they provide great results for the brands. Right now, they still provide results, but the users are used to. And you, as a brand or as an agency, need to put more effort in your targeted campaigns to achieve the results. So the sooner you get on board with this trend, and the sooner you create this love triangle between your brand, your customers, and AI, the bigger the splash will be, and the more chances you'll have to become viral. Of course, the quality of the campaigns and how you use real and valuable insights when creating it matters a lot. You can do anything with AI and just expect to become viral or to become big. It's like in any other marketing campaigns, you need to create campaigns that are based on real insight. But for sure, AI, using AIs in your marketing efforts, give you and give your brand a great competitive advantage. Great. I really hope that all this information were useful for you. We already have a question. I'm going to answer it soon. Just one more thing. All the images in this presentation were created with Midjourney AI, talking about transparency. And you can also find the document in the attached materials section of this webinar. You can download it from there. And if you want the recording, we can send it to you. So the first question is AI good only for marketing and lead generation? You mean that if we can use it in other fields of activity? And yes, we can. This is only a specific field, and this is the field that we know about, and we can give insights about. But you can use marketing in any field. You can use marketing in business in general, and it allows you to optimize your business strategy, to analyze great streams of data in a very fast way and make data-driven decision to your business, and so on. You can also use AI in specific fields, including very specific fields like Sami told about the tool that doctors use to help them give more accurate diagnostics. So there's no limit to what AI can do. And also, again, this is still growing. We are still learning about it. So probably we will learn more about this kind of useful things that we can do with AI. So
I would
yes,
say there's a lot of room for imagination here of what we can do with AI. I mean, a lot.
yes, exactly. Um, if you have any other question, you can just submit a question in the question field. Again, it can be regarding the information we gave you, or it can be regarding any other AI related field. And if we have the capabilities, we can try to answer it. Nobody has any other question. That's great. That means that we really are on top of this AI trend, and it's great to see that, because the soonest we implement AI in our daily life. Do you believe that AI is just a passing trend, or is a real potential to unlock creative power? We need to talk about what unlocking creative power means, because if we talk about generating creative concepts with AI, I don't believe that this is capable. I believe that in the creative field, the human touch is going to be the most important element forever. You can become creative with the use of AI. We can brainstorm with AI, or you can even create creative concepts that are surrounded, that are created surrounding AI. But I don't think it's just a passing trend. I think it's going to become a real thing, a real potential. It has real potential, and it's going to become part of our daily tasks and our daily life. I just think that the trend right now, the hype right now on the trend, is going to become more and more. The hype is going to disappear, because we are going to be so accustomed with AI that is not going to be something very, very. Thanks, George. That is not going to be something wow in the future. You in the future, we as agencies and as brands, we are going to need to be more creative in how we use AI to generate that wow factor. What
I'm
are
on
the
the same
most
page here also. Sorry, Dana, for interrupting.
no problem. Sami, you can take this one. What are the most wanted AI tools from your experience?
From my experience, it's the OpenAI services for now, and mostly GPT. And in the last few projects that I've worked on, it's been GPT-4 and 4.0 that dominated the demands. And as for image generation, it would be, I think, DALI, because Midjourney is also very good. Unfortunately, there's no way to integrate it via API. That's something. It would be better if they offered an API. I think they are only accessible via Discord. So DALI for image generation and GPT-4 for as an LLM, I would say. Um, and for the previous question also about the AI is it a passing trend or not? I'm on the same page as you. The hype will diminish, but I think AI is here to stay. And unlike blockchain and I don't know NFTs, if we remember, AI is here to stay. I'm following the daily news on improvements on models, and everyday improvements are being done. And I think in a few years, it's going to get more and more reliable to even give it more independence, besides relying on the human input, let's say.
Yes, because AI really brings real value into our quantable value into our life and our work. So yes, I believe that it's here to stay also. Any other questions? If you don't have any other questions, I just want to say that it was a pleasure for me, and I think that I can speak for Sami as well. It was a pleasure to be here with you.
Thank you.
Uh, and hope we will see each other again soon, uh, in any context. If you have any question that you think about in the future, you can just send an email to us. Contact around codezilla.global. It's our generic email address. So you can send an email to us and we will help you with an answer or with anything you need. Great. Thank you so much for everything and hope you have a great day, a great evening, or a great day for those who are in the States right now. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone. Bye bye.